Yo guys, what is going on? Insanity coming back at you with yet some more Call of Duty Black Ops 3 information, and right now I just wanted to go ahead and speak to you guys about the craziness that is the last gen version of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and this is more or less a huge push on Activision's part. I mean, you know, sure, Treyarch had a little bit of say in this, saying, you know what, this is the game we want to build, we want to make it the best it possibly can. PC and current gen systems are the way to go, and you know, we don't want to leave out those last gen customers, but at the same time we're not going to be able to give them the full experience, and that's understandable. We are in a time where things are trying to push forward. Those who are on the latest hardware deserve to have the best quality experience, and I get that, but at the same time the amount of things that are being left out of the last gen version just completely destroy the idea of what a Call of Duty game has been known for, and it's kind of ridiculous. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and break down the things that you won't be getting in the last gen version and why it's just a complete ridiculous situation to even release this game on last gen systems without this additional content. So breaking it down, here we go. For the first part of this breakdown, I just wanted to go ahead and say I feel for all of you that are going to be on the last gen versions of this game, because you're going to miss out on perhaps the most ambitious and amazing campaign to date in the Call of Duty franchise, because for the first time ever they are making a 4-player cooperative campaign where it's going to be like a Netflix season experience, where you're going to be able to go ahead and jump into any mission at any point, play it in any order you want, drop in, drop out co-op, have this safe house experience, show what you've done, show what you've completed, all this crazy stuff, and you don't get any of that on 360 or PS3. It's a really sad shame that they're doing it the way that they're doing. You don't even get any sort of episodes, you don't get any sort of campaign experience, no story, no nothing. And it's terrible. I feel really bad for all of you. And now, with that being said, you would automatically think to yourself, okay, if you're missing a campaign, that means Call of Duty's been split up into 3 sections like it's always been. So if you're only getting 2 out of the 3, you could look at it as, alright, campaign's worth 20, multiplayer's worth 20, and the co-op, whatever, depending on who's making it's worth 20. So you would think, alright, 20 bucks knocked off, it should be a $40 game. No, you are still being charged $49.99. So they take 10 bucks off for a huge chunk of the game that's missing. I mean, that's just absolutely ridiculous. The next thing we really need to go ahead and try and break down for you guys is how many of the early bonuses and pre-order perks and things like that you're not even going to be able to take part in if you're on a last gen version of the game. Things like the Mountain Dew Game Fuel Fuel Up for Battle, you know, promotion where you get double XP for your Shadows of Evil. You're not going to be able to take part in that. There's no Nuketown bonus map for you. There's no Nuketown personalization pack. The Carl's Jr. and Hardy's personalization pack. All that stuff is for PC and current gen systems, so last gen's completely left out on that. Since we're kind of talking about DLC right now, let's go ahead and jump into the Season Pass. There's no Season Pass support on 360 and PS3, so right there you should automatically know there's no post support for you if you're still not on a current gen or PC platform. This is insane. Does that mean that they're not even going to be able to try and do things like, oh, people are hacking on the 360 and PS3 version, do we care? Are we going to do content updates? Are we going to patch those versions? Who really knows? It just seems like they're putting all their, you know, resources into these current gen versions of the game, which is totally fine, I get that, but there should still be a somewhat dedicated team to try and make sure that the old gen versions are as close as possible to a true Call of Duty game, and not just completely say, you know what, we're going to go ahead and try and be the big person to go ahead and step on everybody and say, we're going to force you to move up to a current gen system, regardless of what your financial situation is, because we don't care. We're here to drive sales, we're here to make money, and they're not even doing a situation where if you buy the last gen version, that you're going to be able to get the new gen version for free if you get a new system, or get some sort of bonus. I mean, it's absolutely absurd to see exactly how they're treating people with this last gen version of the game. The last thing I really just wanted to go ahead and try and talk to you guys about of why this last gen version is a complete joke is Call of Duty as a franchise has always been known for its silky smooth gameplay, whether it be from its player movement, the environment and the way things look and move, and of course the aiming. And for the first time since before Call of Duty 4, I mean, I'm going way back to Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare here, that the game has always been 60 FPS, and for this is just crazy to hear. When you think of Call of Duty, you think of 60 FPS, right? And that's just what you do. So this time on 360 and PS3, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 will be running at a maximum 30 frames per second. I mean, that's just absurd. That is not a Call of Duty game. That is not what people are used to. And to go ahead and try and force people to go ahead and play a game that doesn't even feel like Call of Duty it's not Call of Duty. Anyways, guys, if you agree with any of my statements, be sure to go ahead and sound off in the comments down below. Be sure to go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up if you're looking forward to Black Ops 3. Let me know what system you're getting the game on down below. And, of course, sub if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with this one. I know this was a long one. This is a lot longer than I normally do. But this had to be said. There's so many things in that last-gen version of the game that it just makes the game not even worth purchasing. I'm Insanity, guys, and I'll catch you next time.